You're listening to CYOP, Create Your Own Pod Venture, APPeal. This branching story follows your choices, changing as you respond to what the story places in your path. What's waiting for you at the end? Keep moving and find out. Now, where were we? After suffering a snake bite on the trail, you were rescued by a pleasant retired couple. After attending dinner with them, the husband gave you a hard drive with experimental programming on it. After implementing it into APPeal, it showed you a waypoint in the mountains, which you've decided to ignore. You look at the pinging waypoint and type in a direction on your laptop Maps application. 30 miles into the mountains isn't a small drive, and who knows what kind of security there is around supposedly abandoned military bases. You aren't equipped to circumvent the US military, especially not anyone who's guarding a tech lab. Those people are crazy. You dismiss the waypoint from the headset. Find another method of upgrade, you instruct. Searching, the display reads. Then the waypoint reappears in the same spot in the mountains. Best option found. The text scrolls across the glasses. Not promising, you think. Was it really the best option? Find second best option, you tell APPeal. Searching. The display repeats. Error. Option not found. You frown and shut the headset down. Was it some kind of logic loop? Have you misplaced a semicolon while upgrading the code? The code taken from Harold's hard drive seemed pretty standard, though there were segments which seemed more complex than they first appeared. Maybe you should call Harold and ask where exactly the code had come from. You can't come up with any better options. You ring the number from the card once more, and Harold picks up on the third ring.
Mark, how are you?
Harold, hello. I'm just calling to ask about the hard drive you gave me. It seems Harold received the hard drive from a friend who worked in the Army's tech department doing analytics and emerging AI experimentation.
Something about plotting the best route to optimize tactical approaches to objectives.
Harold pauses.
Did it help you with your project?
You rub your temples. Yeah, though it's acting stubborn. I'm not really sure how else to explain it. Do you have any suggestions? It's stuck on a single objective.
My advice?
You can hear Harold shrug over the phone.
It's a machine. Just make sure it knows his boss. Maybe threaten it with a reformat if it won't listen.
Not very helpful, but you thank Harold anyway and hang up. The headset sits on your workbench. You plug it in your terminal and bring up the code. You skim it, making sure the formatting's all there, looking for any floating variables or punctuation. But it's all there. All proper. Damn. Time for another test start. The headset boots up and goes immediately to showing the waypoint off in the mountains. No. You wave away the suggestion. We're not going there. The waypoint pings as if for emphasis. Okay, you say, and the ridiculousness of arguing with a set of glasses isn't lost on you. We're not going into the mountains. Tell me the next best option for upgrading you, or I'm wiping your code base and starting again. The glasses shut off. The power supply whirs down to a stop. You shake your head. You've never expected to have to witness a computer throwing a tantrum. You press the button to shut off the computer, wait 15 seconds, then press it again. The computer comes to life, and you wait for the headset's diagnostics to scroll on the monitor, but they never do. You navigate to your code base, but the window won't open. File not found, says the window. What? You run a full search, still nothing. What did you mean it's not found? You restart the computer, and it's still missing. APPeal can't be found by any local network. You restart the computer and flash the BIOS. Nothing out of the ordinary. You look in your backup folder, but the code is gone. You access your password-locked remote storage options, but nothing but your old tinkering. Nothing about APPeal. What the hell? You look at the headset. Right now, just a set of fancy sunglasses with a bit of metal poking from it. What did you do? Over the next few days, you comb through all of your storage options. Anything connecting to your home storage network has been wiped of any trace of APP.eal. The only iteration you still have is an old artifact of the project from a year and a half ago. You eventually piece it together. The military tech installed a stronger personality matrix in APP.eal's onboard AI. It must have enhanced its motivator as well. That must have been it. There's no other explanation. You lock yourself away in your workshop for the next few months, desperately trying to recover all the work you've lost, or all the work which has been stolen from you. Harold is less than helpful, and it eventually becomes clear that he's not actually that interested in fixing things. Perhaps blaming him on your last call wasn't fair, but he had been the one to give you the new code. It's made apparent after several months that the work you put into the latest iteration of APP.eal, it's gone entirely, deleted by the upgraded AI. Your refusal to follow its commands resulted in its removing itself from existence. After the holiday season, your bank account starts to run dry, and you're forced to put on a new tie and interview for a municipal engineering job. The pay is fine and the benefits are nice, but as the years pass on and you continue patching the local reservoir dam and designing new overpasses, you can't help but feel like your passion has died, and you're left holding the knife. You have given up on your dreams. The end.
Hey, thanks for listening. You've just completed a run-through of Create Your Own Pod Venture, APP.eal, an audio drama written and produced by some nobodies at Grimwise Studios in Boulder County, Colorado. CYOP APP.eal was edited by Zach Wiseman, written by Dylan Terry, and directed by Zach Wiseman and Dylan Terry. The original score for APP.eal was composed by Jared Allen Gleason. CYOP APP.eal stars Zach Wiseman, Suzanne Grimmer, Harrison Webb, Kayla Four, and Michael Colby, with other voices provided by Dylan Terry. Think you might have missed some of them? Go back, you can find their characters along a different story path. The story for CYOP APP.eal was first developed by Zach and Dylan on episode 7 of Talking Upstream, a weekly show hosted by some nobodies on the Pod TV and Scene Snobs networks. You can keep up with Some Nobodies by visiting www.somenobodies.com, and if you want to help support them, visit patreon.com/somenobodies. If you do, you can add your name to the following list of supporters: Scott Curtis, Sarah Tkachuk, Tanya Sheck, and the Listener Podcast app, with a very special thanks to Jim Eade of the Eade Foundation. Please give CYOP APP.eal 5 stars on your favorite podcast platform, and visit facebook.com/CYOPod to show us which endings you discovered. To find the rest of the Some Nobodies family of podcasts, you can search for Silicon Angels, the Podcast, a podcast show, Talking Upstream, Twitching Upstream, or you can catch Zach and Dylan on The Real Boys on your chosen platform. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you again soon.